those ladies sitting down there. What are they doing? They're going to go talk to them and find out.
They must.
They're actually digging this area out kind of as a reservoir. And each family, one member of the family, volunteers to help. There it is.
अरे गाड़ी पे काम रही इन सब फोटो निकला देख इसको हाँ ओके ओके गुड गुड
For 8 hours with 1 hour of lunch break in between, so it was lunch break. The official salary is I think 180 rupees or $3 for 8 hours. I know it's very less, but still they're getting something instead of just sitting idle. And in a small village, if you have your own house, 180 rupees means you can feed your family 3 meals easily. So the camels, we come from the desert, which is the western and northwestern part of India. We still have large nomadic tribe there called Rebadis. Of community in India. They have great features, great turbans. Just look at his mustaches and look at his hair probably. They wear beautiful silver jewelry as well. Oh, he's not wearing jewelry though, but look at the mustaches. Standing right next to the bus. You want me to take a picture? Okay, let's have 5 minutes.
I don't want to get...
You can get a picture with him, but don't go too close to the camels. They can be nasty beasts.
हेलो
I can have a picture with him if you'll come take it.
Yeah. Sorry. Camel. The name of this town is Savai Madhopur. So it's actually the name of named after one of the Jaipur kings, Savai Madho Singh. So Pur, Madhopur. Pur means land, Madho Singh, so land of Madho Singh. Founded in the middle of 18th century.
We've just arrived at the Tiger Reserve. We're having lunch. Very grand.
Settle down please, you'll get a lot of chance.
Okay, what's the command for display?
It is one of the oldest surviving forts in the country. They say the original construction was way back in 8th, 9th century, and for first 600-700 years it was controlled by various Hindu dynasties. And with the Islamic invasion and control of India by Islamic rulers starting from 12th century onwards. If you remember, in Delhi we saw a site called Qutub Minar, which marks the beginning of Islamic rule in India. So the dynasty which were ruling Delhi, Hindu dynasty, Chauhans, they were driven out of Delhi, and this is the spot where the kingdom was restricted to later. Ultimately, they were driven out of this area also, and Muslim rulers took it over. During the Mughal times, 16th century to early 18th century, it was controlled by the Mughals. Our kings, who had become close allies of Mughals, they passed it on to Jaipur rulers in the middle of 18th century. So from 18th century, middle of 18th century, till the year 1947, when India gained independence from the British rule, it was controlled by the Jaipur kingdom. Why this place was so important and why this fort is so old? Because it had a very strategic location on the north-south corridor of India. So it was kind of trading outpost or kind of checkpoint. All the traders, businessmen, passing from north to south or south to north had to pass through this area only. So they used to tax them from this very spot, so which was like one of the major source of revenues for the kingdoms in those times, taxation of these traders. So let's start the hike, Mr. Please. Look at the gate. This was like one of the most secure forts in the country. If the enemy had to pass into the fort, the only way they could do was by breaking open these gates. All these great such strong gates. Elephants coming from distance running and hitting the gate. So these windings would ensure they can't gain that kind of momentum to the elephants. And these spikes would ensure if they try to hit it, they'll only bruise the elephant. So that's why. In the form of a phallic symbol, Lord Shiva. So that's what it is. So these are actually kind of face of a traitor. This fort was taken over in 12th century by the Islamic rulers, and the way they did was bribed someone inside and they threw the gates open and entered and won over the fort. So now I don't see very many people doing that, but I remember in the olden times, 15-20 years back, the localites, when they would walk in, so they'll pick up a stone and throw at him, it's a kind of traitor. So but I've not seen very many people doing that off late actually. They would just pick up.
So this is a Hindu temple. It's been converted into a Muslim.
Amazing how they all so human. Doesn't go too far, does she?
Kind of see the size of the country, but some of the picture sites pretty much have the lay of the land, other than I've heard that. picking up love for the planet, which for me, I really matters.
And show us how they roll the turban.
Well, one person can also do it.
Tell the amazing story when the BBC made the documentary 3 years ago. The Machli tiger is this morning the oldest one. She had at that time 2 cubs around a couple of years ago. So Machli just going on the gate up to, can you see the 3 windows after the banyan there on the roofs? So she is hiding 24 hours there. And our National Geography team, they're looking everywhere, but she's don't find with the cubs. And when just like this is the time the tourists that come to visiting, somebody suddenly saw the head of the one cubs in the windows. Then we informed them, and they just take the amazing shot, just come out, all 3 tiger watching from window in the down, and they're just walking back, all the walking on the wall. So it is amazing shot to the taking by National Geography and the BBC in that times, you know. But no leopard on this tree, because it is a very good tree for the leopard to see here, because easy to climb and they're lying down on the flat branches. Chalo ji. All right, they have the oily wings. The Indian darter, the front of us, one of the black cormorant, because they can't able to fly when they came from water. So first they need to dry the wings with the open wings under the sun. After that they just flew, you know. Other side of the water in the pair. And too far for picture, a couple of deer. We saw the spotted deer. The moving, can you see the just like thumb there? One of the building, small building there, rounder building. Before that, in the grass, walking, they spotted deer there. Did you see deer? Sometime, this is a time mother just teaching them. Sometimes catch this kind of baby of the deer mother, and she's not just bite the neck, just pick in mouth. Not she want to kill them, and after just pick and give it for the cubs, and cubs herself kill them. So this is the time this morning we saw cubs. The mother always sometime try to make a kill of this kind of, but not completely do that. She's just like a little bit lambs and give it for the cubs, and cubs kill them.
That's how they learn.
They learn to, and after then open the skin, eat together. So this is almost time to teaching them very well.
Do the tigers tend to stay low, close to the water?
Yeah.
Or would they roam way up?
No, if they want to go marking the territory, they're still walking up, and if you again, sometime it is happen, mother carrying with her, as she's just teaching them how can marking the territory. This morning, one of the cubs we saw just tallies up and spray marking on the trees. You saw that. That's one of the cubs.
I wonder why the tail was.
Yeah, this is actually time. She's teaching them how can make the kill, how can stalking, how can running behind the deer, how can keep patience. She's introduced the territory, how long area she have. Actually, you know what happened? I will tell the story of the cubs bottom to fully grown. When the tigers, I tell you this morning, when the female come in the heat for mating, the male and female living together 6 and 7 days. That's the time. After 7 days, mating is successful, then they keep distance. And just after 3 months, 90 to 100 days, that's a gestation period of the female. After just 3 months later, she is give the cubs. Then she is give the cubs always in that place. She feeling very safe in the deep valleys, in the caves, and in the very quietly area there. No one's go there actually. Even the tourists, even the vehicle, even the other animals. That's the place she choose for the birth actually. Cubs are just come out, just born. The cubs are very small like this. Around 20 days, 15 to 20 days, they are not open the eyes. And mother is not going very far from the too much small cubs. Just going 1 kilometer around that area. If you successful any hunt, if you find any deers, quickly eat them. It is not necessary finish them. Just eat and feeling full, then quick go back to the cubs. But it is amazing to see just tigress spend in that place 1 month, 1.5 months, maximum 2. She want to keep distance. She want to change the place for the cubs, one place to another place. So I seen last year sometime 2-month-old cubs walk with mother, sometime not. So she's doing one thing, she's picking mouth, just one by one, and shifted cubs one place to another place, and she shifted not very far from that place, just half kilometer and 1 kilometer. And just cubs can be around 3 and 4 month old. Mother just stacking the cubs from that place in the night, and she's just walking with them. That's the time to the cubs walk a little bit with the mother, and she's showing the area, how long territory she have. But cubs can be around 7 to 8 and 10 month old. Like this morning we saw, they can be pretty active. So sometime mother doing for them, she's taking whole the night together, and he's introduced whole territory, how long area she have, and sometime teaching them how can catch the kill, how can marking the territory. She's teaching also how can do all things, That's the time too. But just cubs can be around 16, 17, 18 month old. They are really pretty active. Sometimes giving good help with the mother, and sometimes all cubs and mother together making circling around the deer and catch together. They help each other and eat each other. But just cross like a 20 month later, mother realizing them. Sometime mother just left the cubs in particular one place like this kind of tall grass, and she is going very far. Not return back to the kill, not coming back to the cubs 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Because that's the time to realizing, keep little bit distance. So after 2 days, 3 days later, she's come back. She's find the cubs. Again, she's walking the territories. Again, next day, she just leave. That's actually time. And cubs also sometime. Mother is not returned back to the cubs. Sometimes they're walking around that area, around 1 kilometer, and they find the deer and peacocks and herself together and eat them. They also time to doesn't care of too much mother. Not depend on mother that time. Because 20-month-old cubs, they're pretty active, you know. But after 2.5 years, she's growling them. Sometime, you know, she's left the cubs. Cubs, if you're walking behind the mother, she's fight with them, growling them. Sometimes puts the punch on the face of the cubs. That's a scene I've seen many times. So almost that's a 2.5 years. That's a time to growling them, fight with them. Cubs also understand. She need keep distance from the cubs, and cubs also keep the distance from the mother. Sometime, if they're like, you know, male cubs in that pair, just mostly give the 2, but in rare cases give the 3 also. But male cubs always slowly keep distant from the mother only when they are around 18 to 20 months, and try to living separate from the sister and from the mother. Sometimes mother come to meet, they're living together, otherwise keep distance. But 2.5, that's a finally time to mother kicked. And she want to keep distance. She want to go away from me. She want to just go away from my whole territory. She's not allowed to back. If they come back, even they fight with them, sometimes it is happen kill them also. Really. So cubs understand very well that's the time to just go away from me, mother. So they are just, I tell you, not make the relation, not like a lion. The lion, they're living in the family, eat together, live together, hunt together. But tiger is never. Always happen in the lion family. Female try to make a kill of the anything and first give the priority for the male. Male, dominant males, they eat first. After that, give the chance for the cubs all together. After that, seize her eat. So it is a big difference between the tiger and the lion. After just cross 3.5 and 4 years, that's the time to ready to come in heat for matings. That's the time.
Wow, look at the bird way in the back. This long turquoise tail.
We are not allowed for us, but we have the track side for grazing. So it's still a big problem of the grazing during the monsoon period. If our forest department need our help of the naturalists, the biologists, then we're ready for that. That time we come to.
Are the tigers, do they have collars on?
Recognized by, not by numbers, not by names. We are recognized by territory, by areas. Because all the tiger living in own place. And sometimes we are recognized by stripes too. Because all have the different stripes, you know. Not recognized by names and numbers because they're similar, but we are recognized by territory because they are pure territorial animal. They're living all on areas and they understand very well each other, how long area they have. That's why they're doing marking the territory by spray urine, because tiger urine so strong, so powerful. So if your other tiger came in this area, it's easy to make the smell of urine each other and they understand each other. This is already another tiger here. So they are another one that return back from here. They not come close. Sometimes it is happen. If they cross each other, 2 big male and 2 female, then they fight. Even they're ready to kill each other. They're doing anything for territory. That's why they're doing marking territory by spray urine. Every night, early morning and late evenings. After 10 days later, all the quick leaves come back. So they look so green during the after monsoon when our park is open, you know. Easy to kill them because, you know, folks, these deer have the 3 things in body, you know. So they have the 2 things are very, very good. They have very good hearing power. They have very good smelling power. Because if you any tiger hiding very close from these deer, easy to make the smell of tigers, and after that giving some signal for us. Sometime moving tail is up and down. Sometime they put the stamp by leg in the ground. That's a signal to make a smell of tiger. but they have one thing is not good. They have not good eyesight. They can't see very well. That's why tiger easy to hunt them, and mostly the sambar have the very poor eyesight. That's why tiger happy to kill them. And its size is quite big. It is a good meal, enough for the 3 to 4 days. It's a good, really good to eat actually, long times. We have a lot of crocodile in this water. We have roughly idea in our all-in park, national park, we have 800 crocodiles. We have. But they they live together, very friendly live together, spotted deer, sambar deer, and the
truck is going to go right in front.
this is the food for sloth bear.
Oh, the swamp bear.
You know the bear? The bear love to eat the termites. 2-3 things are favorite food for the bear. Many times they easy to climb up to the tree. If you find any honey, bees, and they love to eat the honey. And third one, they love to eat the berries, fruit or berries, green berries. We have sloth bear, but they are much active in the night because they're nocturnal. But many times we can see early morning and the late evening because they come in movement to look the termite in the ground. And if they find one termite, they spend a lot of time there because they want to dig the termite. So they spend a lot of time for the one termites, So if you've seen, we've seen plenty times because they walk very slow, stay on one place many times. We have the sloth bear. They are beautiful big sloth, black body, and 3 to 4 feet. That's a tail to neck. That's the size, and 3 to 4 feet height. So we call sloth bear. It is happen in the route number 1. One of the used big male tiger we call T24, and we call by name Ustaz. Ustaz is name of that tigress. He is the second largest male in Ranthambore. And you know what happened? Every year during the monsoon, all the road is wash out, So we need to repairing all the road before open the park, before October. So he, one of the gentlemen, one of the tracker, they're from forest, they're taking the labor worker from the town and come inside the jungle in route number 1 and they try to settle the labor to repairing the roads. And he's alone going to check the other routes, what is the condition of that route, because his need to repair other one also. So in around time is around 11:30, that's a daytime. He's going alone there. He's a big stick in the hand, and also the guard have the walkie-talkie. So he's walking on the roads very slowly. He's don't know the one of the used big male tiger T24 sitting in a very thick bush edge of the roads. And tiger continue watching the tracker. He's tried to come close. The tiger just thought he's come to hit the stick for him because he's a big stick in hand. So they come very close each other. Suddenly the guard is come close to tiger. Tiger just jump from the bush and attack them and just kill them. Kill with the second, he's just broke the neck. I saw the body of the man, 4 canal going in the big holes from here to here. After that, he's killed the tracker, but after just pick in mouth and around 50 to 60 meters, just drag the body of man from the road and just put in the smaller grass. And he's sitting with the man around 1.5 hours, but not eat any single piece of meat from the man. That's why we said that he's not man-eater, he's just attack them. That's we call accident. And we seen after that 100 times same male tiger. He doesn't care of the vehicle, doesn't care of the people. Even after that many tracker also going to tracking in that area. Never happen again. So it is accident happened just 1.5 years before in our park, but not happen this kind of accident. The tiger just jump on the vehicle, catch the tourists. Two peoples, both of the accident. And still we have that tigers. He's a really big tiger. The number come after this tiger living in this area. Star male is the biggest, and the T24 Ustaz is second largest male in Ranthambore. His look very aggressive. When we saw that one's face is like this, and always walk very slow. It's like dominant male, So it is accident happened just 1.5 years ago with our forest tracker with the gatekeepers. Not people afraid by tiger afraid by people. When the tracker walking on the road, The tiger see them, they keep distance and going far from, change the way, never come close. But he's aggressive male and they come very close. And what happened between the tiger and the tracker? Nobody there. Could be he just saw the tiger and just give the stick for them on height. That after that they attack them. Though nobody knows what happened. Just we are guessing this is things happen because they come very close and attack them and kill them. Well, tiger never attack on the people without disturb. If you definitely tiger sitting here, we get down, we taking a stone, throw them, give a stick for them, going close to disturb them, they definitely do something. But it's my experience. I'm working class since 8 and 9 years. I many times going very close without disturb. It doesn't care. This morning, did you see? Tiger is very close from you, only the 10 feet, I think, when she all walking together. They doesn't care of vehicle, doesn't care of people. We talking each other. Don't mind. They're walking along, very relaxed. So they are afraid by people. If people disturb them, definitely they do because it's wild animals. No one believes them. Is up. Just follow the females. And the monkey up there in the right of the ears. Wow. 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 She's tiger roaring. This morning you heard, amazing. Not very often to see her the roaring from tigers. She's calling the male. That time we heard the roaring from the tiger, but she's making different sound, not like a morning. The morning she's making sound like this for cubs. Wow. Wow. And when she have mating time, she's calling the males, find the males. That time she's making loudly roaring, and the sound and the roaring came from bottom of tummy, like this. Wow. Different sounds, little bit difference, They actually, tiger's so quiet right now, just laying down. कितना समय हो गया रे? इससे क्या करेगा गांड कुछ? ये सीजन है. Just like if January, February, March.
Okay.
This is a month, They're almost ready to lose now.
And then are people allowed to come in the park and pick up the antlers?
No
and
ones.
use them for
No
something?
ones. We can't collect it. We can't sell them because it is a government property. Sometime it is happen our tracker going to tracking. If you find any antlers around the roads, collect it and put in our office. But we can't sell them. We'll not give it for everybody. We can't do that. It's not allowed to, It is we call black-headed ibis, and they are migrate bird here. They are not resident bird. They migrate from the south of India. And they also come in the winter. This is almost end of the time for these birds. They move from here actually. This is end of the time to fly again back to the south of India, So that's we call black-headed ibis and black neck ibis,
Yes, yes, thank you so much.
household would need. That's our mango candy there. You need one for a pouch. Mango candy. Kids love them.
So this is the 4th of March, 2015, and we're just visiting this village in a school today.
Mustard oil only. So primary reason for mustard crop is for oil. So that's कितने का है ये? For 30 rupees, 200 ml for 30 rupees. I spoke about Fair and Lovely brand being the biggest cosmetic brand in India because of our obsession with fair skin. Expert fairness solution, Fair and Lovely. Yeah, for white skin. So it's like for a week you can use it, and this is for कितने का है ये एक? हाँ भाई? That's 10 rupees for each pouch. You just put it in half a bucket of water, mix it properly, then put the clothes in, soak them for maybe half an hour or so, then take them out and pass them through fresh water. कितने का है ये? That's for 10 rupees, and you can use it probably for 10 times or so. 200 grams for 10 rupees. चीनी?
चीनी शक्कर?
हाँ शक्कर. कितने की है शक्कर? कितने की है?
ये 32-35 रुपए किलो.
That's sugar. 30 rupees for a kilo. Half a dollar for 1 kilogram or 2.2 pounds. और क्या ये क्या सामने खड़े उसमें?
ये बर्तन की.
बर्तन. अच्छा. That's a powder dishwasher basically. Yeah, powder only, powdered form. You add it in water. And then
for an automatic
not for automatic dishwasher. So it's like then you clean the utensils with that water. कितने का है ये? 20 rupees for one packet. One box rather.
इसके साथ मिलाया जाता है इसको.
That's a chewing tobacco. See, there's a warning. Chewing tobacco that can kill you. It says with a picture. कितने का है ये?
5 रुपए का एक पाउच. दो है.
5 rupees for a pouch. Chewing tobacco. See, there's a warning. It can kill you, it says. That's kind of your government regulation that you have to have this warning on any kind of tobacco products. Tooth powder.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
No, it's a tooth powder. Yeah. Yeah. He has hair oil, he has talcum powder, pretty much everything. Okay. कितने का है ये?
20 रुपए.
That's for 20 rupees for 50 gram. Goods, they have the distribution network, so they have the executives who pass through this area, take orders. So there's a delivery van which comes and drives around. There are like probably around 50, 60 such shops scattered all around this village. Store across is kind of competition, but he's also selling a lot of stuff for the girls. I'll show you a set of pair of bangles. That's a boutique as well. ये चूड़ियाँ दिखाना तो कितने की हैं? No, it's again plastic. Looks like glass, but it's plastic. 400 rupees.
Oh, I paid too much for my
100. Which checks into the hotel on the final day. When we check out, we pay a certain amount of money, which is like goes towards his salary. So he keeps the village clean, clear. He clears the village every day. So that's what he's doing. 4 years, he says. This way, please. I'm sorry? Yeah, that's right. Vidya means education. And the principal of the school. Welcome, Kardo.
Welcome.
to schools. It's not only this school, there's some other schools also. Maybe you didn't go to school, but some of the schools are like afternoon schools as well. But it's like 100% enrollment in schools here. Most of the schools here have only one session, but there are few schools which have 2 sessions as well. There are only 2 schools in this village. One is the government school, which is government supported, funded. Second is his, which is a private school, or they call it public school. 8:30 to 1:30 is the school timing.
They go home for lunch. Then they go home.
Then they go home, that's right, yeah. So at 11 o'clock, there's half an hour's lunch break where they would eat that. And some of the students who live close by, their like homes are like within, say, 50 meters. They walk to home and eat and then come back. Actually.
What is your name?
My name is Anil Sari. What is your name? Yes. What is your name? Lakshman Seni. What is video? This is my picture. Recording. This is my picture. What is your name and name? My name is Shuri.
I'll show you in a little bit. There.
Be afraid.
Bring them to order. Attention. How much English do they study every day? A few minutes?
40 minutes. 40 minutes.
40 minutes in the morning, early, or throughout the day?
And daily.
Daily.
Daily 40 minutes.
So whose book was this?
It's here.
Thank you. 40 minutes of English every day.
Yes.
There are 2 more classrooms, the doors to the left.
His English was the teacher was totally in control.
Please.
I read to them, they read to me.
We had the chaotic.
Smells it.
An open sewer.
I wonder where it goes to.
Burning the rubbish.
Small family, happy family.
Oh.
Look at the number of, that looks like a wealthy family of the village. There are a few buffaloes and cows. They also paint the walls and in the courtyard. कितनी गाय भैंस हैं? Style. Yeah, that's an anklet again. She wants to see your jewelry. No, it's like a set of two. It's a set of two. Pair. It's a pair. Yeah.
but there's somewhere else you can put it. Well, it's probably all relative. I don't know. They're apparently not total in abject poverty, right?
Now, you want to stand with them or you let them see?
Until you.
See, I don't think they're supposed to be acting like that. I think they got away. You see the camel?
Well, she was
Preparing tea for us.
No.
I believe the word is shenanigans.
In Bulgaria. Where are we now?
Now we're going into the family's home. I just came out of here. These are the other two sections. This is, I think, the son's room.
Who paints? You paint? Well, my mother. Oh, your dad?
After all these arrests, the first thing that was in front of everyone was that they were highly skilled in their jobs, but they had no other skill. They were forest dwellers, they were always living near the wild animals and they knew it very well. But what do we do when we have a group like that? So rehabilitation was the next obvious step. And Around 2008, the rehabilitation program started where healthcare was the first priority. So free healthcare was given to the families who were from the Mogia tribe. Education for the boys started. The first batch of children going to school. Even the schools did not want them. So 40 children are now in school, out of which 5 of them have finished 10th standard education, and 1 is in junior college, which is a big step. And around the 2008, I had come here for the first time to Ranthambore as a tourist, and I was very fortunate to meet the Tiger Watch team, a very handsome man called Fateh Singh Rathod. He was the park director, and my first interaction with him, I had a big argument. Why is the park like this, and why is it so dirty, and why so many people? And he said, why don't you start volunteering for the tigers? Why everything on me? And I said, okay, I will. And I started to volunteer from Mumbai. Whenever I had time, I would work with them, write proposals or whatever they wanted me to. And in that journey, I met another very handsome man. That's him. And I got married to him. And it has been home to me since 6.5 years now. When I came, the obvious thing was to start working for tiger conservation full time. And the Tiger Watch said, we cannot have a full-time alternative livelihood program because it needs a lot of attention. And they were already involved with anti-poaching and other rehabilitation projects. So I said, we will do it at my level if you just give me the guidance. And we went in the garage of my house, got a old sewing machine, and started a project which was for the women, because that was the most approachable way of going about it. And initial phase, we had just 11 women from the Mogia tribe coming. They were all widows and they were desperately in need of work. And it was an opportunity for us also to get in the community, which was otherwise very sort of close-knit and secretive. And for 3 years we were in this garage here, which was a very tiny room, and whoever came to work for training was pushed in that. And in the summer or winter it was too cold or hot to sit outside, so that small room was home to everyone. But a neighbor used to see us coming and going and doing our thing, and one day he came and said, what are you doing here? I explained the project. I said, we are training these women, we are doing small produce and we are trying to sell it. And the first product for us was these baskets out of waste cloth and grass. And he said, okay. He went back. A couple of days he comes back and says, we have a proposal for you. I am the local representative of a company called OAT. And, and our project, our company has a program which is a Grand Circle Foundation, and we support projects like yours. So would you be interested in being a part of it? And we said, we don't have money to offer. We just are happy in this premises. But they said, we don't want any money. We would rather help you with all that we have. The only thing we want from you is to move from the garage and come to a bigger place. So fortunately around that time, this is the farmhouse of Fateh Singh Ji, where we are right now. And this was his staff quarters, which was evacuated around that time because they had made a new building close to their house. And we asked them permission to get this on rent, and they said yes. So we moved here. The first day of our opening, when the OAT group was to come, a tiger walked in front.
Really?
So the first OAT group actually saw tiger paw prints in front of our premises, which was amazing. And the journey has been equally amazing. These 3 years, OAT has been family to us. And everything that we could have asked from our own family is what we are getting from all of you. Love, care, attention, ideas, everything. And that has also given us the opportunity to expand our project. We have trained about 100 women till today. It's not compulsory for them to come here every day to work. They can sit at home for 5 hours, work, submit their work here. It's a 12-month project. It's sustainable, that's a big thing. And we were able to gift a part of our profit for conservation. So since 3 years, we are gifting some money for Tiger Watch activities. It could be in cash or kind, so making uniforms for the children or for anything that they ask us to. And apart from this, we have started microfinance for the women who work with us, a loan limit of 30,000 rupees. It could be for buying cattle, it could be buying equipments, machinery, or making their houses. The only thing is they have to pay it back within a year, and we won't charge any interest. The other person is waiting in queue, so there is a mandatory obligation that they have to give it back. Till now, only 25,000 rupees money sum has got stuck, but rest all of it has always come back. And the girl child education program, which I strongly believe in, has also seen its day of light. 2 girls are going to Fateh Public School, which is next door, the best school in the district, supported by us from the cooperative. And 2 girls, education, uniform, school books, tuition fees, everything is taken care of by us. We still have to find funds to send them to the school here, but maybe next year we will. So that's what we keep doing. And our project was last year selected as one of the social enterprise of the year by Intel. So every year they do a global challenge where countries, there are 80-90 countries coming, and last year there were 83 countries which participated. And from India, just 2 projects went, and 1 was ours.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
I was in your country, UC Berkeley, and they have a Haas Business School. That's where it was organized. So it was an amazing experience, and I think we are on the right track.
I think so.
Yeah,
The crux of it always is to make beautiful things, because we believe it's a social enterprise. No one should buy things because it's out of pity. It's something which we believe in, so our quality, our standard, everything we maintain. We try to keep it the best prices, which are fair for the customer and for the maker, and we source ethically. So even our cloth is bought from places more or less where we know that they are coming from ethical ways. So that's what we are doing right now. 2 things which we specialize in are the hand block printing, which we do ourselves. He is doing it there, and one is here. This is one of a very interesting thing called hand embroidery. Or
Kamala, are you getting the whole jungle?
That's beautiful. Love it. It took 6 months to make that.
Gorgeous.
You gonna buy it?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful.
so basically, Gopalji is the artist who has made it, and the technique is natural block printing with natural and vegetable colors. So like he's saying, first we have to do it yellow in harda, which is a pod of a tree. So after the yellow coloring is done, it is washed several times. After that, इसके बाद में
फिटकरी गोल से छपे
with alum and natural gum, it is block printed. So it's going to be transparent block printing when that is done with the alum which is used for aftershave. So once that is done, we put it in mud, leave it in the mud for some time so that the colors are together, and then it is dyed in any color that we want, which is again from a vegetable source. Like in this case, we have used pomegranate, sort of the skin, dry pomegranate skin to make the red color. And we have used marigold leaves, dried ones again, to make the lighter color. So that's how this whole process is done. It's quite some time consuming. इसको कितना time लग जाता है अपने को?
ये 8-10 दिन में तैयार होती है।
Yeah, one piece like this will take at least 10 to 12 days to finish.
Beautiful. Can you hold it up so I can kind of... Yeah, that's very nice.
Gopalji's father did a lot of this.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. We're going to have lunch here today.
It's corn soup. Curry soup.
Kathy, though? Oh no, that's not soup. That's yogurt. I'm not sure what it is. It's not potato, but some vegetable. Could be pumpkin actually. Yogurt curry.
Yogurt curry.
Potato. What is it? Potatoes. That's, we call it roti.
So we've just
Is
finished
she
lunch.
married?
Had a very nice
Your
lunch.
friend married?
Yes, my baby.
2 babies.
Group, are you ready for the drive to hit the wrong road? Lots of fresh fruits on sale.
Lime, they have limes.
The limes, these are oranges as well. Oranges, bananas, grapes, pomegranates. They call it Giriraj Dharan Mandir. It's dedicated to Lord Krishna, the flute god or the Hindu god of love.
We're number 9 here. Yeah, it looks quite elaborate. We've got kind of scan around there that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and our marigold necklace.
Ron is taking the pictures.
I am on a roll.
And over there where he is now, that's where we just checked in. And we're going to have
Tea and crumpet.
tea and crumpets tonight. And I think over here, I think this is the dining room, isn't it?
I think that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to complete the circle.
Yeah. Wonderful.
I've started.
Right. Here we are back. Now we're having happy hour.
Kingfisher.
Big beer, strong.
Strong, yeah, strong.
That's the real beer. That's for the boys.
This is strong water.
As they say, your money or your life.
You're gonna have. But I mean, person.
इसको बुला लो उसमें भी करते हैं कोई हाथ लगाते हैं इसमें भी करते हैं हाँ
Garlic and ginger.
या tomatoes हाँ क्या होता है हाँ हाँ करो watch him now stay Can I do that? हाँ मिर्ची बिल्कुल हाँ ये तो चलेगा मिर्ची नहीं That's turmeric.
Does he not cook with cumin?
What is it?
Does he not cook with cumin?
That's the garam masala. Very small come.
Thank you.
No.
Now, what was the purpose of the fire?
What can be to remove the excess soil actually. Yeah.
It's only raw, no food.
Potatoes?
Green peas and potatoes.
Drink some water.
Oh, now he's gonna do bread.
Take it. Fenugreek leaves have also been added to this. So that's green color you see is fenugreek leaves. So with this we'll make regular roti. With this we'll make a paratha. So I'll show you how he's going to do it.
With your hand, not okay. He's making bread, not grapes. He's just making bread.
Right, he's making chapati.
So they're not slapping it inside the house or
water and flour.
Yeah, only water. Nice.
Doing that with the machine.
Now you'll have to clap. The magic is going to show you.
Look at that. Woo.
Like a tortilla.
Look at that. I'm impressed.
I'll try that at home.
Wouldn't work on my leg.
That's a chapati.
Yeah, I tell you, that's delicious. That's delicious. Look at that.
Oh, no. It's the problem is to adjust it like a
Dough can be the same. It's just the final
Oh, okay.
touch is you're going to see what's different. Slightly thicker. At times you stuff it with potatoes or onion or cottage cheese. Oh yes. Dosa bhi bana lete ho?
No, sir,
So that's we call it ghee, which is like clarified butter.
Yeah. Like they use that in Tibet. They use ghee in Tibet.
Yeah.
Clarify
Is it
butter.
Is that like what's wrong?
No, it's clarified butter.
Clarified butter.
They kind of heat it to get it.
Yeah. This is from buffalo milk. This is all home prepared, homemade.
Oh, that's just going to ask you.
Now, if he fills that, that becomes a samosa.
No,
Well, yeah, you could say that actually. Yeah. Fill it up and then you fry it like a puri.
Okay.
No.
Wow, he's working hard. You see that?
Now, what's the difference between this and a naan?
What is it?
What is the difference between what?
Naan is made in a oven called tandoor, which is like fire inside and you put it inside the book. Yeah.
We had that last night.
Yeah.
Slap it in on a pillow.
In Uzbekistan, they make their bread like that. Slap them on.
So it's got a triangular shape.
See, there was a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, it actually came from tandoor. The naan came from Afghanistan area. Even the oven is called tandoor, which is from the word tata dur. Tata means some hot oven or hot fire. That's what it means. Actually, oven. Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing. Those countries were former Russia for so long. We didn't get to appreciate their culture because you couldn't go there.
So up in the hills.
Dinner is after the show?
Yeah. Popular tourist destination. So for 4 months they work there.
Yeah,
Because
that makes sense.
yeah. Yeah, for कब से कब तक यहाँ रहते हो? अक्टूबर से मार्च? Yeah, from October to March he's here. Then उसके बाद नेपाल कितना टाइम ले जाते हो?
3 महीने।
काम करते हो उस टाइम पे? नेपाल में? क्या है?
मैंने तो अपना भी खोला है।
ढाबा? Oh. Yeah, he goes for almost 3.5 months back to Nepal. And during summers, because it's like high tourist season in Nepal, it's mountain. He has his own whole eating joint.
Oh,
He runs for 3.5, 4 months.
nice. How many children does he have?
बच्चे कितने हैं आपके साथ?
बच्चे मेरे 3 हैं।
कितने?
बड़े का 17-18 साल के होंगे।
बेटी है बड़ी और 2 बच्चे हैं छोटे। 2 लड़के हैं लड़कियाँ?
एक लड़के 2 लड़के।
He has 3 kids.
बड़े
The eldest is daughter, who is like, he says maybe she's 16 or 17, he's not sure. And then there are like 2 sons, younger sons.
$100?
Teaching them how to cook.
You can do that, but it's not doing it. India. paratha with yogurt. Yeah, so it's like cottage cheese or onion or essentially Punjab and the area I come from. So you go to any home in the morning, this is what.
The cucumber?
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah. Paratha dahi is like very common.
Really interesting.
If you're gonna put something in there, or sorry? Is she gonna stick something in there? It's clarified butter or maybe get a little under.
No, it needs something, so you want to stuff it with food.
An egg McMuffin.
What's this, Rick? Just put the egg right there.
Just put egg in there.
Mini eggs. Yeah. I love that place.
Now this is, you gotta learn how to do this. This is excellent.
I wouldn't think of doing that.
Jean would happily share that video so you can watch it at home and it's nice.
I thought that was garlic naan. That's why it takes so long to get your naan or paratha.
You're amazed how long it cooks.
They were out there chatting at the store. You know what he told me here for this expression that.
पहले तो ये मनाऊं रे वो तो वही सभा में चरणन शीस नवाऊं रे खजाना अरे रे मना रे आवा नेरी की कुल देवी हर सद माता रे ओ तेरा दर्शन को भागा तो नेत आधार मानोरे
Oh,
This is the 5th of March and we're just getting ready to leave. We've got our bags out. Had a wonderful night here. Nice cold shower. No, the water was nice and warm, but they put a water bottle in our bed.
Hot water bottle.
Hot water bottle, and that was wonderful. Kept us from freezing last night. We've had a nice breakfast. And we're off to Agra to see the Taj Mahal. Abraham, turn around here and say good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning to you.
My ear itches. What do I do?
They have a special trap door.
That is great.
What I did on my winter vacation.
Oh. Oh, that's how you make the pants.
So he takes that through there.
There's a method in there.
What do you have to take a leak? What do you do?
You're out of luck.
There must be a hole in the front somewhere.
Yeah. You need to be behind there so you can start getting your loins in there.
Oh my goodness.
There's gotta be ways that you can pull some miles.
Well, it's pretty. Well, I don't know.
I don't see it.
Pretty loose.
Just get good at it quickly.
I mean, that's a lot of work.
It looks like it's pretty long.
Well, I don't have to put a balloon here.
That's your royal
Cowboys,
staff.
Indian cowboys, people in the big cowboys.
Hey, get your camels off my lawn.
Aha, he ties a knot right here.
Now it's possible to get your glasses on?
Okay.
I tell you,
I can't stand it.
I guess they couldn't afford buttons.
Well,
Or safety
Ah. You're stepping on it.
Okay, now.
Unstep.
The next, Jim.
a lot of people do that.
Brandon loves it, my tailor.
Yeah.
There we go. Can I get a haircut and a shave too?
You're stepping on it.
Move a little bit that way, otherwise we got backpacks. No, this way.
Yeah.
I really
Thank you.
Hope you don't have to use the restroom.
I was trying not to.
I think it'd come off real fast.
Larry, turn around, nice please.
Okay, here we go.
Smile. Thank you.
How come you didn't get this one?
He's getting You're it. waiting in line.
Some people jumped in there ahead of everybody else. You gotta push them out of the way.
Yeah, so pushy.
Okay, I have done it.
Oh, they'll work me out.
How do you know her is your dog? No. They probably loosen up after you have them on a while.
Brandon? Brandon? Your turn.
Yes, yes, sir.
I'll see you. He's the crown prince.
Does it make any difference in age? What you would wear?
Thank you.
Not bad.
And sometimes, oh yeah, okay. The Sikhs have it carried all the way down.
No, Sikh.
I'm probably the most authentic looking one here.
That's what I think. I think you are definitely the most authentic.
Me grimacing in pain
I was herding goats before you were born.
Quite something.
It means you better not have bad eyesight.
It's true.
Real.
You look real.
You white people don't pass.
Right. We look fake, but you look real.
You actually look like an Arab, actually.
Absolutely. My goodness.
Look up, babe.
I don't think they'd mistake us around here. They're not that bad.
There you go.
First 2 sodas, burst of 2 sodas, sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 6. I think she's holding one of these, or pushing it or something. Is that what's there? They're different pictures. And there's supposedly like 2 of them, but I don't know whether can I select one and delete one or
I think what it just means is that
Yeah, it is. But in order for you to delete the one you don't want.
Oh yeah. You can select that one. Say select that one.
Well, I never know how to select this either.
Well, I wasn't gonna actually, I was just gonna pick some random ones and then.
But you could look at
Try
them.
it.
It's the trash can icon is delete.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's deleting whatever you're on.
Where this
So
will be
basically,
your
the
friends.
one I selected was the one I don't
With the cattle,
They would be amused if I was
wearing the 60s with the cattle.
Do they wear anything like this ever?
But do they do those?
tucked in.
Yeah,
tulip up there.
So those are called dresses.
just arranged for them actually.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It will show you all the photos diverse.
Probably somebody that's big.
And then you
It's got part of it.
oh, I'm missing the good stuff.
How do you like the shoes? They don't match.
I think that the shoes add a lot to it.
You need to be barefoot like those guys last night. Right. Good. Thank you.
Where's mine?
That's right.
No, he said you just move it around.
Drive the camels.
Both ways. Okay. I'm waiting. Can't wait to show that. I don't know, I don't wear this. This is fun. Women like this.
Is this like a loogie? No loogie. Abraham? I'm the best dressed man here, thank you. Thank you. You have to wash every day? Every day.
The color looks great on you.
Nice.
This is my color. Yeah.
I look like I'm from Kashmir. From the parents, my goat herd staff. From the local village.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
Down and up
thing again, my eyes are...
Well, it's occasionally during formal occasions, weddings.
Yeah.
Wedding also I wore one. Yeah.
But did someone put it on for you?
Yeah. During weddings, most of the people do not know how to wear these.
Yeah.
So we actually hire a person who's an expert who charges a bomb because wedding is such an important occasion.
Are they certain colors?
It's generally for the festive occasions, festivals or weddings. These are pinks and reds. These are the colors of celebration. So that's
Red, the warrior clan.
I hope it's another.
Yes,
Did you get your picture?
that's great. That would be nice.
Some colors I don't like.
Take it.
Look at me, smile. Nice, one more.
Okay, what do we have to say?
Well, each say our names. Say something in pictures.
Absolutely.
Okay, everybody move middle bit and bottom red.
Herding roads and
Not very common, but still, yeah, on and off, some of the leaders who organize this. Okay, we get down here.
This is the step well that we're going to. Covered with flies. This is the step well.
Storing it so that they could use it throughout the year. So north and northwestern part of India and extending right up to what is now Pakistan is like such a dry area. You already have a fair bit of idea, Rajasthan, how hot it is in summers, and the only time we have water in this area is during monsoon months, which is like 2.5 months. So water was always a scarce commodity here. So they started, developing, kind of ways and means to collect water and store it throughout the year. So probably 2000 years back, they started like basic thing like just, digging up deep trenches, which would collect water and they'll store it and they can use it later also. And slowly it acquired, and over a period of time it became like a highly sophisticated kind of architecture. Then they started lining up the inner walls with porous rocks so that they would let the water flow in, kind of natural filtration also. Then they started building canals all around, bigger community kind of wells, and these canals would bring in water into these. Then they realized as the time progresses, after the monsoons, slowly the water level starts going down. So how to reach that water? So they started lining up the inner walls with these series of steps, flight of steps, so that as the water level goes down, you can walk down and you could collect the water. Then over a period of time, rich people, kings and nobles, summers are so hot, so they started developing it like a water resort, kind of palaces, inverted palaces, instead of going from ground up, the ground, below actually. You see these stories? So it was literally like a palace actually. Kind of water resort. There would be like beautiful paintings and carvings on the walls. Look at the pillars, how beautifully they have been carved out. So it developed into a really sophisticated kind of architecture. So these are the step wells which are like more than 1000 years old. Unfortunately, they just faded from the scene. Nobody knew about it. Not much is known about it, what it was. But going by the excavations all around here and what they've found out, these statues of Hindu gods and goddesses, it seems like it was some sort of major pilgrimage point. There's a temple right next which you're visiting after this, and this was probably kind of a place for ritual baths. People from far and wide used to come. They used to stay here, take a ritual bath, and then go and visit the temple. And in this part of India, building these kind of community baths or community water reservoirs was considered the greatest deed, a great karma. The moment you had achieved a particular level in life, you had enough money, you would donate money for construction of these. So there are thousands of such step wells scattered all around northwestern part of the state. And they used to be pretty commonly built until early 19th century, when the British came and their concerns with hygiene, and they started piped water supply, and they discouraged construction of these, and they just fell in disuse from middle of 19th century onwards. So it's last 20-25 years they've suddenly caught the attention of the whole world, and all those old step wells scattered around this area, you know, they are restoring them. In fact, one of the really big one in a state called Gujarat, which is on the western side of the country, it's a World Heritage Site now. So that's a step well which is like 5 times this, and it's like literally like an inverted palace with beautiful carvings all around and beautiful paintings on the walls.
Where is that? In Gujarat?
Gujarat, yeah. It's close to Gandhinagar, Rajkot area, yeah. Gujarat, yeah. So this is like, this was almost in ruins, disuse, and it's only last 5-6 years or so the Archaeological Survey of India has done a lot of work in restoring it and cleaning it up and stuff. So you have, this was like late 12th century. In Delhi we visited a spot which marks the victory of Islam over Hinduism. So around the same time, the same army of Mahmud of Ghazni I spoke about, they seem to have reached this spot and just finished the local kingdom here. And the statues you see of Hindu gods all around, when you see them, you'll see the noses and eyes have been chopped off again, defaced actually. That's what they used to, they were against, representation of human forms actually, so that's what they did. This is approximately 9th-10th century as the time frame when it was built, and there used to be apparently a big, very prosperous Hindu kingdom. So going by the excavations all around, this was like a pilgrimage point here. There's a temple right next to the step well, so must have been like a ritual bathing, washing spot here where people from far and wide used to come, stay here, kind of guest house all around, take a ritual bath, and then used to visit the temple.
This is the temple behind the well.
Leave the shoes here. You can keep the socks on. So that's a temple dedicated to Harshad Mata. Harshad is the Hindi word for happiness. So in a way, goddess of happiness. That's a temple, Hindu temple, and typically I was explaining the architecture, basic structure of the Hindu temple, which is like this. There's a dome in the center, the chief deity, the hall or courtyard in the front is where the devotees congregate and pray. There's always a bell as soon as you enter the temple, which you're supposed to ring. The sound it gives out is Om, which is the holiest sound for Hindus, and it supposedly removes the negative energies away so that you can pray with a pure mind. And it's also a kind of means of marking your presence, invoking the god or the goddess that you are there and please listen to my prayers. So that's what it means.
Thank you.